They take so much. Go clean my crown. Can't hear my haters from way up here. They don't make a sound. Money goes on these. White paint on my toes. When I send a new bay alert, gonna be mad. Jumping in the bed, then I switch to the ghost like who's you? Remember this face, cause I'm that you gon' lose too. Dripping in ice, you looking at you. It's squad goals win. Are you pretty like no?
I never killed anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him to 100, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, Stafford throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down.
Brandon, that play certainly felt like what I call a tendency breaker. 1st and 10, they dial up a draw play. That's not a normal situation, but give credit to the defense. They weren't fooled at all and really finished off the play.
To throw on second down is Stafford. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. It's caught, Jones, and he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
4 down.
Set, blue 60. Zebra. 21.
Check three.
Ready.
Back's mine.
Hey, go here.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Dancing to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
White. You ready? Yellow 20.
Watch the screen.
To throw again. Stafford. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, 22!
To the air again. Stafford. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz, eluding the pressure right. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 23 yards on the play. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Come on.
Wentz now on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. It's Bailey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
From midfield, here's Wentz. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
82.
Wentz now on 1st down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. Cook following the penalty. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. That is caught at the 7. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. As his guys are in for 6. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Carlson now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, and the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Set. Wait, 80. Lead run.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
20 hot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Here we go.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
6 guy. Check 6 guy.
21. 20 hot.
On 3rd down, Stafford. Caught on the right side by Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 16 and give him a first down as well. A first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from down in Arizona. And the 49ers are out to the early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
3rd and long. It's Stafford. Buying time to his left. Now he'll go deep down the middle. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Set. 80. We got 3.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. But I believe the Lion was there to recover it. Yes, they will indeed keep possession.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free. but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
3 down.
Hey, tag 50 left. When they hot.
On second down, here's Stafford. Flushed out right. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that at just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Set. Waiting. Hey, tag 50 left. Cut. Tag 26. Tag 26.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. He's going to rifle one deep left side. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
They'd converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That one good for 10 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it. And boy, the reward was there. A big pickup. And guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Here's Wentz to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Watch right.
What's this on?
Play action. Now Wentz. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Devon Kennard. Coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
81. What's this on?
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Flush to his right. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Big 20.
Hey, I'm coming.
Big 20.
Check.
Stafford on first down. They'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So 1:55 to go in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. This is finding its legs now. Here's another first.
Set. Blue 80.
I'm coming for you. You mine.
Tonight.
On first down at Stafford. Being chased out left. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And this belongs to the Vikings. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. 2-hand. Oh, I get it. 2-hand monster. Both hands on the football. Taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
He's mine. Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
2-yard line here and brought down there. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Dragon.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. Drops it underneath to Thomas. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. So just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Hang in there now. 82.
On first down, Wentz steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here, shift.
Man, I got you. Man.
Great.
Motion.
82. Man 5-7.
Check. 9.
Black.
Let's go, D.
Here, shift.
It's gonna be a long day, offense. It's gonna be a long day.
81.
Shift.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a third down. Now Wentz again. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
This by 7. Mike.
Wentz to throw for it on fourth. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And the Lions will take over. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a first down throw. Stafford eluding the pressure right. This is caught inside the 15. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. A big play there just before halftime. 51 yards. The Lions into the red zone for the first time. They've got a first and goal to go at the 7.
Watch 84, watch 84. Coming to you.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, and this one just a chip in. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They pitch it out to Cook. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Vikings on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Working from the gun, Wentz. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a 1st down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. Now Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Mike's 4-2. Mike's 4-2.
4 down, tag 53. Pick it up. What are you hot?
2nd and 10, Stafford again. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And this belongs to the Vikings. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
They go play action here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket, and that's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Hey. 4 down.
Handoff comes to Cook. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Zebra.
On 1st down, Stafford here. Under pressure, they got him again. Linval Joseph able to swamp him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Single.
Hey, tag 50 left. Hey, go here.
Watch out.
Look at him.
Stafford. On the crossing route, complete. That's Jones. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Stafford now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10.
21.
3 down.
20 hot.
From the 50, it's Stafford. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Set. Lady.
Again, it's Stafford. Oh, I can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved a first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
Tight is right. Watch tight. Tight is right.
You ready? You lady. Double right. 20 hot.
55. Check. 55. Mike.
21.
They snap it to Stafford. And that is going to be incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
Let's go. Great.
Mike's 59. Ready?
Now a play fake. Wentz. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Sean Robinson coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. From the gun, it's Wentz. He's going to launch this thing way down, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 26. Stafford now to throw. He's got him in, complete. He's at the 30, 10, touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Extra point good by Prater, and we are even at 10 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Lion, lion. Great.
They run it again with Cook. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I would dare say that these guys will have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. This is taken around the 12. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. From the gun, here's Stafford. Flushed out right. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. And he'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Four down.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. They'll roll him out right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
3 down.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Over.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Detroit. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Taking it about the 16. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, You've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Here's Wentz to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Wentz now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Wentz. Escaping the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Chris Jones. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and forever.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
Black, come on.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
Here.
To throw, it's Wentz. Flushed out right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 39. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10.
55's Mike, got 55.
Back to throw. Bryant rolling to his right. To the right and complete to Galladay. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Right there in the middle.
On 1st down, Bryant flush to his right. Looking downfield for... And he has his receiver. That's Jones. Lions touchdown. Marvin Jones, his 1st touchdown on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Lions offense cashes in with 6. Prater for the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And an alley to run. Through an opening, and there he goes. 20. Touchdown, Vikings. In for the score. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
One of the most exciting plays in football, a kickoff return for a touchdown. And in all the excitement, let's not lose sight of the fact that now the pressure shifts to that snapper, holder, and kicker. This extra point is really important.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And they'll have excellent field position to begin this drive as he's all the way up to midfield at the 50.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
And Detroit getting set to go now. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Watch you now, Barney. Barney. No.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. Throwing deep for Galt. That's caught inside the 20. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Check. 3 down.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A solid pickup of 13 sets them up first and goal.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Set. Blue 90.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Second and goal from the 6 this time.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
They get it to him running left. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Watch two.
Black 99 Philly, here we go.
Shift, watch the shift. Win the rep, let's go right here.
Now they try the right side here. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Four down, check. 4 down.
Lose 5-7.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And an alley to run. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Run. Please. Great 15. Wrap.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Again, this is Cook. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. The Vikings on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. They'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Now they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Run.
Now Wentz got to have this one. Eluding the pressure right. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Lions looking like they're going to come away with a victory. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. They have the 3-point lead. Defense did their job. Now, late game. Although it looks good, you know the coaches, they haven't counted this as a victory yet.
I agree with you totally. Big applause for the defense, but no one is taking their headset off on the sidelines. They don't believe this game is over. The offense has to close this one out by taking care of the football.
They'll try to close it out now. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Right there. 54 Mike.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you.
And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Lions, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
If the squad ain't with me, then it ain't right. Yeah. Hey, oh, whoa, whoa, whoa.